Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Siege Survival Gloria Victis. In the last episode, we started our story, we crafted up some basic infrastructure, we even attacked an enemy, which kind of, probably kicked the beehive a little bit more than we probably should have. It wasn't exactly the wisest thing that I could have done, but it was also kind of a fun thing to do, so I'll live with it. Let's take a look here at the hen house. We got ourselves an extra egg. The chickens are very hungry at the moment. The pigs, I think, are also starving, which is a bit of a problem. Let's collect their fertilizer, and here I could toss in some of the fodder that I've already grabbed, so let's take care of some of that. Put that in over here. At least they get a little food. They're not starving anymore. Our pigs survive for just a little bit longer. All right. We do want to collect some rainwater. I also want to use up some of the eggs because they're smelly. Smelly eggs are going to go bad very soon. Why waste the meal? We should go ahead and start cooking some of those. Got some rainwater. That's good. I do need a little bit more firewood, and then we're going to go ahead and just craft up some meals, give people an opportunity to get filled up. Now, there's several different statuses to the characters, including their tiredness, their hunger, their thirst, their health, whether they are injured, and whether they are sad peoples. We want to prevent them from ever getting into the red, which is what we had with Flint a little bit ago, and he was starting to move really slowly because he was dying of thirst. When they're in the yellow, it means that they are going to need to get something in their bellies sometime pretty soon. So Flint, once you are done scavenging a little bit, I'm going to get you fed because tomorrow you're going scavenging, buddy. Now, I also really want to get a butcher's table. Like, I really, really, really want to get a butcher's table because I know that I'm going to have some problems soon with a carcass that is not going to be fresh for much longer. We have got to find some materials next time around, but okay. We do want to go to our Bastion at some point here. Rena, let's take a quick look here. So we can see that one person was, in fact, wounded, which is interesting because yesterday they said that no one was wounded, but there you go. There is still enough armor and weapons to go around. That's good. You can see there is now a food and a water meter for the people who are defending, so that's kind of a problem. And they broke an axe. We can take that from them, and we'll need to get it repaired. We can send them at least a little food and a little bit of water. Not too much, but just enough. And I'll keep the rest for myself for the moment. Let's go ahead and send those. Never let those go all the way down to 0, though. Otherwise, people are, well, going to start getting too weak to fight back, and the enemy is going to crush us. Now, knowing food is going to be so difficult to come by, would it make sense? We have some planks. I think I need to get one more plank, and then I think we can go ahead and craft our first rat trap, and that is going to be a way of getting myself some extra meat. Having an excess of food, never going to be a bad thing. I'm not sure it's going to be a true excess, but at least it's never a bad thing. We can use that to feed the animals, we can feed the people, we can feed ourselves, whatever it's going to be. So Flint, come over here if you don't mind. Let's go to the storehouse, and let's go ahead and craft up a rat trap early on. Boom. And where do I want it? I don't know. Somewhere over here, maybe. There we go, and with that thing built... Ooh, we found some more arrows. That's actually extremely lucky. At the rat trap, we can toss, let's say, some greens and herbs in over here. These things are mostly useless to us anyway. We'll set the trap, and that's going to turn into some meat, eventually, maybe after a day or two. That's kind of all that I want to do right now, I think. So let's go ahead and skip until dusk. Good enough. And Flint, you're not tired, so I think it's your turn to go ahead and scavenge the city. Now, we know that the enemy is aware to our presence right now in this area, which is a bit risky, obviously. What basically happens is wherever you attack an enemy, in the zone surrounding it, there are going to be additional awareness. So Cheapside is swarming with enemies right now. Can't go back here. Even the Crafts District is going to be kind of risky, but at least it's better to be there than anywhere else. And until I find another shovel, I can't even get into the Golden Corner anyway. So this is kind of my only real option. Let's go ahead and go to the Crafts District. I can get myself a weapon, but again, if we fight more enemies, we just kind of keep resetting the clock, and they're going to keep attacking me. Oh, there's someone right there. Gotta be careful. I need to find materials. Have got to find materials. It's not optional. That's an enemy. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Just stay back here. We'll be fine. Don't panic. We'll be fine. So that means there's at least 2 or 3 people who are patrolling right now, which is obviously a little scary. Oh, thank God, materials. Okay, excellent. Yeah, no, and that's a real risk, again, because there's at least some alertness. There's more people on patrol than there normally would be. So every time you decide to be aggressive like I was yesterday, you're kind of setting yourself up for problems. Fortunately, I'm a very brave and aggressive man, and I am just fine. Whoop, we walk into a half-ruined storehouse. All right. We hope the invaders missed something worth our while. A loud cracking noise. Maybe it's a false alarm, or maybe the ceiling's about to collapse. Let's investigate the noise. The noise starts again. It's coming from upstairs, probably from the roof. Some Ismir guards have come to investigate. Looking for a place to hide, you notice a trap door on the floor, probably to the basement. It's a bit risky, but let's try for it. Jump into the basement, and we find worthy findings. Cool. Woo! Vegetables, raw meat, eggs, planks, an absolute bounty. Now, I want to pretend that I knew that stuff was there, but I actually had no idea. Okay. We're kind of at a stage of the game where I don't really know what else I'm doing. I'm just going to, play the game and hopefully not die. There's not really a lot of, walkthroughs or tutorials for this game. It doesn't really exist and never got a lot of traction. Therefore, just not many guides came around to cover it, which I think is sad because this game could really benefit from something like that. That feels like an enemy coming nearby. I'm just grabbing all of this stuff and taking it somewhere safer, like back over here for now. Here we go. This is an area out of sight. I'd rather just have a store pile still close to the exit, but nowhere near where someone is going to find me. And let's just sneak around again. This guy's an absolute idiot. Got nothing to worry about. You can deliberately try to draw their attention into a trap. That can be a thing, but I'm not brave enough for that run right now. I don't think I gain anything out of that arrangement. Another bandage. That's great. Lots of food. That's great. We're going to still have to chop up that that carcass, but if food is looking like it's going to go bad, I can just send it up to the keep, and that's a completely fine option. We got to get back to the keep soon. Okay, hang on. There's an enemy coming around soon here. I got to get moving. Can't scavenge for anything right now. Entering Cheapside. Yes. We're just kind of going around over this way, and I think we can circle back to the exit without much trouble. I might even have time to go for one more quick exploration right here. You can actually stay a little bit beyond the end of the day. It's not necessarily a problem, but it's risky to do that. So I'm going to try not to. Let's just assume that the best thing to do is to always get back to the exit before it's too late. Okay, so what do we want to take with us? Well, we'll leave the axe behind. I could take the broken axe if I want. I need to take the materials. I like the bandage. I should probably take some food. Don't care about the valuables. Don't care about the dirty water. Yeah, food. I could leave the water for the moment. Take this out of here. And then more greens and herbs? No. Maybe more planks? Rotten food. You know what? Not a bad idea to go ahead and just prep a lot more food that we can give to our animals, because they were starting to starve last time. So we'll do that. I'll leave behind some materials. Let's take another stack of wood. I think that's going to be good enough for us. Leave the axe, actually, now that I think about it. And in that case, let's go ahead and take the planks, so I don't have to do as much crafting tomorrow. All right, back home we go. I think that was a very, very successful scavenge. Over time, when the enemy has not detected anyone for several days in a row, that alarm is going to go away, so it'll be safe to scavenge once again. But you can see that, you don't want to be too crazy. You don't want to be too aggressive, unless you plan on killing everyone in the zone. If you kill every single guard in the entire zone, they don't respawn. But I'm not quite that insane right now. The crazy thing is I have a whole load of just fresh food. This is, great, to be honest. It's honestly too much fresh food, because it's all going to start rotting kind of around the same time. But again, it's fine. What we can do, if it's looking like it's going to go bad, we just send a whole load back to the Bastion and we'll be fine. This is the thing that's going to get me killed here, though. We've really got to pay attention to getting enough food to these guys. You can see they're already heading towards starvation, and that is no bueno. So that's where I'm like, if we can use some meat, for example, and just go ahead and craft up 2 meals for the price of 1 food, that's not a bad arrangement. I also really need to get that butcher's table up and running. Let's go ahead and do that now. Get a butcher's table. We'll be able to chop up the carcass. I think we can also make use of some of the rotten food and stuff. That's going to be important for me. Okay, so yeah, at the butcher's table, we could take that carcass. Not a lot of point in doing that right now, I think. But we can go ahead and make ourselves some of that fodder. Don't really see any reason not to just go ahead and do all 3 of these right now. And we'll just go ahead and toss it into the pig pen. So let's toss 1, 2, even 3 fodder in with the pigs, I think. They are going to be eating a lot of that stuff up for absolute sure. And then we need to give some, let's give some to the chickens here as well. And the Bastion, 1, 2, 3 meals, I guess, may have to do. I hate to give away too many of them. We could also go ahead and just give them the bundle of arrows, maybe a little bit of extra water. Sure, go do that next, please. And is that all that I want to do right now? Might be. Any chance we could craft ourselves a second bed? Because as long as you have 2 beds with 3 people, we should be okay. No, I need more fibers for that, and I don't have enough. Darn. Yeah, we're missing a lot of very basic stuff right now. It's fine, though. It's fine. I feel like this is pretty good. What would it take for us to get things like an herbal workshop or a repair workshop? Just want to check so I know what I want to scavenge for in the future. The furnace? Nope, that's not it. Dryer, composter? No. Herbal workshop would take some of those special tools, which I think I could make at a workbench, actually. Let's just check. Nighttime is falling, so we can't stick around for much longer, but, like, I just want to check to see what it would take. Fibers. Yeah, so if I don't find fibers, we're kind of in trouble. Got it. All right, that at least tells me what to look for. Now, Flint is feeling slightly sick, so I want him to sleep in the bed. That means Bertram is probably going to have to be our scavenger today, which I don't love, because he doesn't have as much inventory space, but it's only 1 slot difference, not a huge deal. Rena, you can sleep on the ground. Can't do 2 scavengers, unfortunately, which would have been really nice, but oh well. I want Flint to get better a little bit sooner, so we'll let him take the bed. Let's see. It is still... Okay, it looks like most places are not... Nope, they're still on high alert. Okay, we have to go back to the crafts district. Not an option. That's fine. Let's try following the guard down this direction. I want to see what else is over here. A lot of goods up over here, including what is probably going to be some water. That's fine. Sounds like they can hear me, but if I stand right over here, I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and speed this up. There we go. Find dried vegetables. Good, they last a lot longer. That is something we could do, is build up a dryer, and that would put a lot of our food, and whether that be meat or vegetables, up to dry, and therefore it doesn't spoil as quickly. Good in a pinch. I found the harbor. Okay. A lot of materials. Still not finding any fibers, though, which is a little bit concerning. There's a dead body over here. We could brave it, but I think I'd rather come back with a torch later. Fibers, though, for real. I need fibers. Fibers. Give me fibers, if and you please. Oh, gosh, a dead body over here. So you're telling me there's not a safe way to get around to this area. Bandages. Whole bandages. Interesting. Okay, sure. I'll take all this and leave behind 1 dirty water. And I think an enemy's coming down. Yep, let's go ahead and hide in this area. Should be safe, and we might have a brief window of time to sneak past him and get back up. There we go. Sneaky, sneaky.
They didn't suspect a thing.
Another guard coming around this way. We'll try going back up. I know there's at least a couple of areas that I have not explored yet. Off up this way. I don't have a lot of hope, though, but maybe we get lucky. Oh, gosh. This is the thing, though. You never know what you're going to find, right? Maybe you get lucky and find the materials you want, and maybe you very don't. And that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles, and you got to find a way to improvise. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I know of another way I can get some fibers. That animal carcass that I found... saying get back to the castle. That animal carcass that I found does have some... you can actually get some fibers out of it as well as the meat. So it's not the end of the world. I just was kind of hoping for a bit more. Yeah. We'll get back to the castle in just a little bit. I first wanted to see if there's anything else. Whoa, not that way. Okay, we've been spotted. Run for your life, they say. No, they haven't spotted me yet. They just heard me very slightly. And if I'm quick, I think we'll be okay. And that's going to be what we take this time around. All right, get back to the castle as fast as you can. Please and thank you. Good. Made it just barely in time. The enemy assault approaches once again. Oh, no. That's not good. It's terrible, in fact. All right, Bertram, I'd like you to go take a little nap. Flint, get down over here. Rena, how you doing? Pretty good? You're feeling a little hungry. Well, I probably should cook some more dang food. How's the Bastion looking before it's too late? Okay, they're very hungry. I'm going to give them another meal and a little bit more water. We'll probably want to cook some more food in a bit. At least they've got some arrows. One person's still wounded, which sucks, but they don't need more bandages, so there's really nothing else I can do here to help with this. They just need food and lots of it. So I'm going to go to the butcher's table, and I am going to go ahead and just butcher up this carcass. I think it's time. And we are under attack. Flaming arrows are on the way. We will be able to repair things, but we need to keep our people out of the danger zone for a little bit. I'm a little concerned that our rainwater collector might take too much damage in just a little while. We're going to find out. Hopefully it lands in places I don't care about. So far, so good. Okay, the people attacked, and the defenders fought bravely, and the enemy took some more losses. That's what you like to see. Well done, everybody. Well done. Back at the Bastion, it looks like a lot of armor got damaged. That's terrible because it means we are more likely to get wounded sometime soon. Let's go ahead and give these guys some meals. Leave one of them for myself just to be safe, but that's going to have to be okay for the moment. And we can get this to them just in time before the enemy is going to clash. I don't know if that makes any difference as far as their ability to fight, but just in case, who wants to fight on an empty stomach? Okay, battle has ended. That's fantastic. Let's go back to the workshop, just see if there is a way for us to make some of those tools we're going to need. We do have some fibers, thanks to cutting up the animal carcass, so we're good there. I do also need one torch at least, so let's start with that. And then we'll go ahead and make some tools and see if I can make either the repair workshop or something. An outright victory. Excellent. So we took some wall damage. We did lose an axe, bundle of arrows, some armor, some rocks, and some bricks that were part of our defenses. But no one was wounded, no one fell, morale is still looking good, and we caused a fair bit of damage. That's great. Don't think I'm going to have quite enough time to craft up everything I wanted tonight, though, which is unfortunate, but not a big deal. How are we looking in terms of supplies? Still would really love to find more iron bars. We're doing okay on wood, but I'm going to use that up pretty darn quick. More fibers would be great. Doing final materials. Water's okay, but more is good. More food would be good. Yeah, okay. So, really, I just need a lot more fibers, and if I can find any iron bars so I can start repairing any of this stuff before the next wave hits, that would be outstanding. Rena's going to be very hungry come tomorrow. That is a problem, but that's fine. For now, Flint, once again, you'll be doing our scavenging. And are we looking... Okay, so the good news is Cheapside is still somewhat alert, but everything else looking completely fine. Let's get back down over here and continue exploring more of the crafts district. As long as I bring along this torch, we can get past that corpse that was previously blocking me. Oh, this guard is an absolute idiot. You beloved fool. I'm just sneaking up right behind you and you can't do a dang thing about it. That's fine. There should be some dirty water over here if I recall, which is fine. I just have to wait for you to get out of the way, and that's the corpse I was looking for. Okay. Oh, and actually down this alleyway, it looks like there was more stuff I could have grabbed. Whoops. Oh, a bunch of dried vegetables. That's actually a pretty amazing haul. That's a lot of food. I'll take that. And a whole nother animal carcass? Oh, you are too kind. Okay. Lots and lots of food to be had over here. That's amazing. So what am I taking with me? Great question. We'll take some wood. We'll take some water. I'll drop off this one because I don't need that. We've got a bunch of vegetables, some dried meat, blah, blah, blah. We could take along a bit more materials. Do we want to take the fertilizer? I guess we could do that, and I guess the rest here is going to get left behind. We're actually getting pretty full in this area over here. My one pile is not going to last a whole lot longer. But this is a lot of good stuff to take back. So much food! I love it. Let's get back. Report, an imperative voice breaks from the silence. It's Maurice, a stern woman from the town guard. But what happened to Galvik? Oh no. Our best soldier has gone scouting behind enemy lines because you people didn't. All right, I'm a civilian. Was I supposed to do that? Apparently so. If we're going to survive, we need arms. They're stored in the guard post by the market. We sent some soldiers, but they haven't come back. Go for the guardhouse, look for weapons, find out what happened to our men. So that's the next place we have to go tomorrow. Search the guardhouse by the market. Okay. And then, as far as other supplies, they may soon run out of food and water. Take care of it. It's what you're here for. I mean, yes, okay, it is in my best interest to make sure that our defenders are okay. You could just be, you know, a little bit more grateful about it, so I feel like we're on a team. I respond better to love, all right, than to abuse, is all I'm saying. Is there anything else I could build that would really help me right now? An herbal workshop, a place to make bandages and stuff could be useful, but if I'm not injured, would we care? We could go for the repair workshop. Yeah, that is a thing, and I feel like we kind of have to, unfortunately. Garden plot would be good for some food, armory, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think we have to get the repair workshop up and running. So where am I going to be placing that? Good question. Did that rat trap get you any bites, by the way? I just would like to know. So far, so no, but we'll see. We'll place you right up over here. Yeah, still no sign of the rats. That's, a little annoying, actually. I was kind of hoping we would have caught some by now. It would be a good idea to get myself a dryer. That wouldn't be a terrible plan, right? It's kind of big again. I think I'd rather just go ahead and place this over here. It does kind of mean I'm at risk. If a trebuchet lands right here, there's a good chance we lose both some wood and some food, but at least they're fairly cheap. The rainwater collector is the only thing that's not. Can we repair an axe? I need another plank to do so, but broken axes plus planks, which is really just wood, equals more weapons we can defend with. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and dry up some vegetables, I think. What else could we do? Oh, interesting. We can actually craft fibers using some greens and herbs. I did not know that. Okay, well, we don't need to worry about the vegetables until they're smelly. Then we toss them on here and they're fine. Let's go ahead and craft up some fibers then. And then do I have time to craft an axe? Maybe. Fibers are what we need in order to actually repair light armor. Okay, so I actually thought these iron bars were going to be way more important than they actually are. That's good to know. What would it take to... Ooh, we could almost upgrade our sawhorse, and that would be pretty big. Yeah. I would like to do that. Let's quickly complete this quest by sending an extra axe up to the Bastion. We don't know how strong the enemy is going to be next time around, but yeah, if I want to craft up some more tools and get a sawhorse up and running, that means that my wood will go a lot further. Like a lot further. Okay, nighttime comes once again. Scouting. Let's see. We could send people behind the enemy lines to find out how strong they are. Yeah, risky, but doable. I'm going to send Bertram to do that and have Rena sleep in the bed, and of course Flint is going to be scavenging once again. So you remember that there was a big question mark, maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't, as far as how strong the enemy is going to be. If we want to have an idea how strong they are going to be, then we often have to scout the enemy lines. So let's go ahead and do that. And then back over at the marketplace, that's when we are looking for something over here, right? So, okay, we're not expecting a lot more stuff over here. Where will the thing be? Let's just start by going to the marketplace and pray that this is correct. Where are we going to find the guard tower? That's what I need to know. Okay, hang on. There it is! There it is, in the marketplace. What do we find? The guard outpost. Maybe the soldiers are still there. Let's examine the entrance. You definitely need a shovel. Dang it! Okay, so we're not going to be able to get in here until we do that. That means we need to come back next time. But now I know, shovel equal very important here. Well, this should be our opportunity to explore a bit more around Cheapside, I think. Cheapside might be a little bit dangerous. I don't remember if they're still cautious here right now. Doesn't look like it's too bad. Let's go ahead and hide here real quick. I see an enemy on the way. Yeah, they are alert. So there's going to be extra patrols here right now. Might still be able to navigate over here. But yeah, we've got to find another shovel. Ugh. Shovels are very valuable. Not the easiest thing to come by. If I were made of shovels, I'd be a very happy man right now. I'd also be a monstrosity. So take that for what it's worth. Okay, I can scout this little area over here. Sure, that's fine. These guys really don't see very far in front of them, which is great. More bandages and stuff. Sure, that's going to be helpful. Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and start tossing, I think, everything into a pile over here. We'll rearrange a little bit later, but yeah, I'm running out of inventory space. And I need to make sure that we are not going to find ourselves in a position where I have enemies patrolling and I'm still actively scavenging. I'd rather just go ahead and have everything in one big pile, and then we'll just kind of leapfrog it back later. I don't know if what I just said made literally any sense at all. Basically, though, like, I don't have time to run back to the exit. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't have time to run all the way back to the exit and come back here. We're going to have to make some decisions. Oh, whoops. Can I hide really quickly? Ooh! That was close right there. Probably shouldn't have done that and just stuck in the corner. That also would have been a very viable choice. Instead, I committed. And once you commit, you got to go the rest of the 9 yards, right? The worst thing that can happen is indecision. Indecision is how you get killed. A lot of meat we're finding right now. Dried meat. That's going to go a long way. What is this thing right here? An old chapel to the forefather. Okay. The priest managed to shut the gates, cutting them off. We might be able to get through the chapel tunnel, but we would need to have a key. Gosh dang it. Another one of those secret passages? Dawn is upon me, and boom. All right. We barely made that one. The night was calm once again. Start of a new day, but the end of this particular video. I think that went well overall, though. We're looking pretty good. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, I would ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.